Alright, hey guys, this is Ian Riverdis, and I'm back with another video for you today. Today I have a comparison video. It's going to be Squatch versus Squatch. So what I have for you over here is the lore, and then the other side is the new Legend 3.0 in the black and red theme. So the lore came out, I want to say in August. So 3 or 4 months ago, and then this is the Drew Gibson colorway, and then I've been waiting for a long time for this colorway of the new Legend. The black is beautiful in person, but I wanted to show you what the differences are. There's a huge difference between the Legend and the lore, and I want to go over that in this video and show you what the differences are, and show you, hopefully it'll help you make a decision on which bag is best for you from the Squatch lineup. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, here we go. We got the close-ups of the both bags here. So let's start off with the putter pockets on top. So both bags are made of the same material that Squatch has been using on all their bags since day one. I believe it's the 1000D Cordura on the bottom, which is right down here. And then the 500D Cordura on top, which is all this top portion here. So both bags, everything is same as in terms of quality materials. We got YKK zippers. This black and red theme has these red zipper pulls, and the Legend does come in another colorway that they released, which is an ice blue looking color. It's a very bright and vibrant color as well. So yeah, go to their website and check it out. And then one of the things that I love about Squatch that I didn't realize that they did was that they also have this Cordura tag here that just shows the authenticity of the Cordura material on their bags, and they also have the Cordura paper tag on the back as well, signifying that this is truly Cordura material on top and bottom of the whole entire bag. So let's start off with the putter pocket. The Legend 3.0 here. The last Legend I have was a 1.0. They've done some changes in that. I'll do a full review of this Legend 3.0 later, and then I'll go into some of the differences between this and its first iteration, which is 1.0. But the putter pocket, we got the red stitching accent right here. We open that up. There's a nice liner on the inside, and it's got a little bit of foam with a Velcro piece. That Velcro piece is mated with a Velcro inside here, but the Velcro is stitched on top of this nice thick material. This thick material, I believe it looks like Cordura, but it might be a 200 nylon or so. But this material inside creates a pouch right here for your personal items, your wallets or your keys, kind of go in here. And then this flap comes down and it mates with this Velcro piece right here. And that secures that pocket away with your personal items. And then the rest of the pouch is just one big putter pocket. One of the things that this bag has done that's different that I noticed is that it has 2 additional side pouches in the putter pocket here. This was not here in the original 1.0. The other thing they've done that I've noticed is that this putter pocket on the Legend is much bigger than the original first run Legend. So this pocket, it's bigger. It supports 2 side pouches here. It supports a pouch back here with the Velcro on the outside that keeps the front flap down. So overall, it's a much more functional pocket in my opinion. Behind, at the back of the putter pouch, there's a zipper. This zipper opens up to a cavernous with a red liner, and I love different liner interiors. It's great in my opinion. But it opens up to a cavernous water bladder holder, and this could probably hold up to a 3-liter water bladder, no problem right there. So that's the putter pocket. Moving down from there, we have a nice stitch on logo. There's a little bit of stitching sticking out right here. Again, I'm just nitpicking because that's just the way I am with my bags. So a little bit of stitching, nothing as bad as the first iteration of the Legend bags, and nothing as bad as the other manufacturers I've seen, but just make note of that. It is a rubberized logo material. It's a very nice material. I actually like this rubber logo up here. And then we have one big pocket, a little, not a little flap, but a big flap that runs the whole entire main compartment cover here. Main compartment is housed by YKK's red zipper. It is water resistant, and it's also water resistant right here in the black one as well. You open that up, you have a nice red interior liner, Velcro piece. This Velcro piece mates to a Velcro piece down here underneath the putter pocket, kind of lifts up like that. And then inside we have this red liner in here. This back red liner holds the water bladder, and then you have the bottom 1000D soft material. It is a single layer, it is not a dual layer. And then we have the rest of this is a 1000D Cordura running along the bottom of the bag. That is the putter in the front of the Legend. On the Lore itself, also dimensions and weight of these two bags are going to be in the description of this video. So as you can see, the Lore is much more narrow and much shorter. They do make a bag that's in between called the Link. So basically it goes Lore, Link, Legend. The Link is a medium-sized bag. I don't really care for open design, that's why I don't have it. But basically you have two extremes here, so that's why the Lore looks so much tinier than the Legend. The putter pocket on the Lore, I love this red Cordura running down the middle right here and all the way down the middle of the front of the bag. I really like that. The difference is that this flap on this Lore opens this way, backwards, versus opening forward. I will tell you that the foam piece in this Lore, for whatever reason, it feels slightly thicker than the one that's, maybe not, I don't know. I don't know why, but it feels just a little bit thicker than the Legend. And I don't know because it's just a smaller footprint or whatever, but that's how it feels. It also has a Velcro piece, no slot or anything like here. That Velcro piece mates to a Velcro piece back here, just like so. And that keeps the flap out of the way. And then it opens up to a cavernous putter pocket. Not as cavernous as the Legend, but still pretty big for a bag this size. Behind this Velcro flap here, there is a zipper, and it houses a water bladder. Right now I have my Rainfly, specifically made to the Lore's size, in here, but it could hold probably a 2 liter comfortably, maybe a 2.5 snug, but I think a 2 liter water bladder will fit very nicely in the back of this pouch, of this bag here. And then the rest is just one big putter pocket. Of note, this putter pouch has 2 D-rings on each side. That is also the same with the Legend. On the 1.0, it did not have these D-rings, so I like that touch with the 3.0. Moving down from there, from the putter pocket from the Lore, we have the same rubberized material. This one's a little dirty because I've been using it all winter. Again, that red accent material, I love that, along with the red stitching right here. We have a small pocket right here on the front flap. It's not big enough to hold a disc, but it is big enough to hold a mini. The same setup with the zipper. We have a double zipper slider, red zipper, water resistant. Open up the flap, we got the red liner interior. There is no Velcro piece here, which is fine. I am actually okay with that. You flip that up, you put your disc in here, you got red interior liner in here, you got also a red interior liner in the back, and then the bottom is going to be that 1000D Cordura single layer. What I love about the Lore is this murdered out Squatch logo. I just love murdered out things. So murdered out Squatch logo, I just love that. I don't know why the Legend didn't have it. Maybe because this is a signature series bag, but that's actually one of my favorite parts about this bag. It looks so cool like that. And then the bottom is just a soft bottom. As you can see, it's very dirty because I've been using it all winter. Moving to the sides of the bag. The size of the bag is where these two bags really differ. They could not be any different, any more different from one extreme to another. So let's start on the on the Legend here. We have a big water resistant, it could be waterproof, I'm not really sure, but they are big YYKK zippers and they are buttery smooth. You open that pouch up, you have a nice red interior liner with an elasticated pouch right here. There's also another elasticated pouch down here, and it's a mesh pocket right down here. I think that's a nice touch right there. And then there's also another pocket in here to put some kind of small, slim items in there. And the rest of the pouch runs the whole entire height of the bag, and it's a very big height. We also have this little clip right here for your keys. And then right outside of that is another pocket right here. This whole entire patch runs along the whole entire pocket. As a matter of fact, I think this is such a nice feature that other big name bags have started doing this as an option on their custom program. So other bags, they've had this option on the custom program on these outside pockets. So I think that's a really nice feature. I don't remember the 1.0 having this. This little QR code right here is to explain to you how to take the straps off, and I will explain, we'll get to that in a moment. But yeah, we have a nice pouch out here with a nice Velcro piece. We have these two D-rings. These D-rings are to help hold an umbrella or a rain umbrella or a stool. that could sit out here, and then you can use these D-rings to hold it down, or you can fit it right in here. But it does not have an elasticated material or elasticated loop for your umbrella or your stool. I think it's meant to be used with these. So, but regardless, it's more D-rings. Moving down from there, we have this big, nice pocket. Inside this pocket, there is a divider. I'm gonna go ahead and take that out so you guys can kind of see. And the divider is red. It is not really adjustable. So this is what the divider looks like. It is not adjustable. The Velcro is stitched down the middle, like halfway between these two parts of the pocket. And you just kind of Velcro that in to help hold your water bottle. This whole entire pocket does have two little grommet holes at the bottom here to drain any kind of excess water or drink or even rainwater. The other side of the pocket itself here, we have the same long pocket. We have the elasticated pocket here, and then we also have another elasticated mesh pocket here. However, on the inside of that, it's just your pens and your pencil holder and your markers or anything that you need on the inside. So that's a slight difference between this side and the other side. We have the same zipper. I love these zippers. They're so nice, buttery smooth. On this side, instead of having a Velcro patch, we have a dedicated phone pocket. And this phone pocket has a nice logo on the underside of the flap, also with a nice logo on the outside. It's also magnetic, so it's actually very easy to put your phone in and out, like so, and close it down. And it's magnetic. It's got a little pull tab here to kind of pull the magnetic flap up to get to your phone. I do like this feature because oftentimes when I'm keeping score, a lot of tournaments now keep score using this phone instead of actual paper. So I like this pocket for that. Everyone uses their phone, brings their phone with them. So I like the dedicated pocket for that, especially with this magnetic closure, so that I don't have to do this. I don't have to open this up, put this in here like this and zip it up. And then when I get to a hole, I have to unzip it to get this out. This is just nice to just have it where I can just do this and not worry about this other pocket. The rest of that, we have another big pocket right here. Inside that pocket is a cooler, and it is a very big cooler. You can fit, I believe, 8 cans in here. I think it's a lot. I don't remember how many cans I did in the first video I did, but it's a huge cooler. And then if you open that up, there's basically the rest of it. It's just, if you're not going to use the cooler, you can use it for discs or extra towels or extra just anything wet. There are also 2 grommets, just like the other side, for drainage if you're going to use it to hold more water. So that's the sides of the Legend. On the Lore, it does not disappoint in terms of versatility and in terms of innovation. So on the Lore itself, the side pockets has the same exact zipper with the waterproof or water resistant zipper, the black buttery smooth zippers. The only thing that is different is that it does run the length of the bag. It does have this elasticated pocket in here, just like the Legend. It does have the key chain holder, and it does have a huge pocket that runs up and down. However, on the outside of that, instead of having something up here with Velcro or patches or whatever, it has this pocket with 2 red zippers. And what this pocket does is that it has this flap that opens up, and it has another pocket out here. This is to help hold water bottles or anything like that. With this Velcro piece right here, it is already framed because I've been using it a lot. But this Velcro piece right here, you put that Velcro down so that you can tuck the flap away, just like that. And now you have a pocket to hold your water bottle. The reason for this is because this little piece of fabric right here is to prevent anything that's wet on the outside, discs, wet socks, wet towels. It's going to stay on the outside, and it's going to prevent that water from seeping in on the inside, touching the valuable items in here. That's the versatility of this bag, of this side pocket, and that's how Squatch intended for it to work or function. This is the Drew Gibson logo that's also rubberized right here. This is also the same D-rings that you would use to tie down your umbrella or stool if you were to use this pocket to hold such things. But yeah, that is literally how the Lore pocket works. And I love this because it's very slim. It makes the bag look very nice and tidy and neat. And I think that's one of my favorite features about Squatch's Lore bags. The other side is going to be the similar setup. We got the same thing over here. The only difference is that this side does have a pencil holder. I'm using it as for marker holder. And then it's also the same elasticated pocket. And then you can see there that right now there's a little bit of spacing here, but right now what we have here is also a designated custom cooler that is custom to the Lore. And you can see the difference in size, which I hold it up right now. This is the Lore, this is the Legend. You can see the difference in size right here. They got the same logo, however, one is much bigger than the other. And you can see that right here. So yeah, so this one does hold enough, I think enough drinks for a quick course. This holds enough drinks for a whole entire tournament round. So those are the coolers, but the rest of the pocket is the same. It's got the same Velcro piece kind of hanging out over here to give you some versatility with the same Drugerson logo. It does not have the D-rings over here to tie down your umbrella or your stool. So that's the sides of the bag. Let's go ahead and move to the back of the bag here. There's a lot going on in the back of the bag as well. First off, we got this really nice hollow made the same material, the same strap, same stiff material, the same accent red stitching, which I love. Both of these straps on both of these bags are removable, which means if they go bad or they go wrong, then you can go ahead and order new ones and just change out the straps and you still have the bag in full action. They both got the nice 3D mesh material. They both have the nice 3D mesh material in the back. The one thing about the Lore is that they put an added padding right here. This padding helps keep the disc that's running along the line here on the sides here from digging into your back. So that's a really nice touch. At the bottom of this mesh material, there's like a 500D Cordura nylon material that actually sits at the bottom here so to prevent wear and tear, because a lot of times these mesh materials, they would just start ripping off of the stitching coming off the bottom here. It's like it comes through. So that's why they put this here to help prevent that, and it helps with the abrasion resistant component of the bag. On the Legend 1.0, they did not do that. The Legend 3.0, they have addressed that. Same thing, removable straps, 3 mesh running the whole line of the bag, and then they got that same 500D Cordura material at the bottom of where the mesh meets the seam to the 1000D material. I love that feature. I love that this bag, both Legend and Lore, all the Squatch bags really, have the excess straps keeper, which keeps it off of the ground, which I love. And then they have the load lifters here to help deploy and undeploy the straps. If you want it flat down just like that, the same thing works on this side, but I already have this set and forget it kind of deal. So again, making sure that you use it properly. If you don't, it's going to create a kink in the straps. But so you have to lift it up like this, lift it up in its natural pre-curve, and then cinch down the load lifter so that way it sits like that, so that you're not getting a kink in the straps themselves. So there you go. They both have sternum straps and they are very functional. The sternum strap on the Lore, I think they're the same sternum strap. Maybe the one on the Legend is much longer. I think the Legend's meant for bigger people compared to people like myself. On the back, both have these tiny little plastic D hooks here. This is for the Rainfly, and I do have the Rainfly for the Lore, which works fantastic. So anyways, that's the exterior. Let's go ahead and fill them up. All right, we have the bags loaded up. All the stuff that I've been using all winter, which is normally in this bag, is now in this bag. But because this bag is so big on the Legend, that I had to put more discs in there. So I'm going to try and demonstrate how many discs this thing can carry compared to the Lore. They're not by any means meant to compare with one another. They're meant to be different sizes for different applications within the Squatch lineup. But I know that when you're shopping for bags, sometimes you want to shop with one brand because you really like that brand, but you want to know which bag in their lineup you want to purchase. So that's why I'm making this video. Anyways, so let's start with the Legend here. First of all, the one thing I want to note is I love D-rings. And so both of these bags have D-rings galore. So I normally have my towel attached to here like that. and then what I'll do is I'll have this towel attached like that on the Lore. So they both have very similar setup. It's great. It's fantastic. You're not gonna be starving for D-rings on any of the Squatch bags. The other thing is that this is a full size, like we're talking a long retriever, the dynamic disc big one. Like this is a thick one. This whole entire thing, I mean, it weighs a lot and it's very long. It fits the length of the Squatch side pocket, and I'm talking you can zip it up and it's not poking through at all. It's not even bulging. It's like literally fits perfectly right inside that pocket with the zipper pull up, so you're not wrecking the zipper, you're not voiding the warranty. I mean, that's the beautiful thing about this bag. Other bags in its same class that are more expensive than this can't even do that. So that's just one thing I want to point out right away. If you were to put it in the Lore, just to give you an idea, it would be poking out the top by like about 1.25 inches. So there you go. So yeah, just wanted to make that note with how cool this this Legend bag is. The rest of the items, obviously it's going to be personal items. I really don't showcase that much of personal items in there because everyone's different. So I'm just going to show, this is this pocket right here. I know this is my friend's bag, so I'm not going to put a bunch of Velcro patches here, but my mini fits perfectly in here. You can fit really small minis or huge size minis in this pocket fine because it sits vertical. So when you swing your bag over your shoulders, this thing isn't going to fly out like other bags I've reviewed. So that's a nice, I mean, look how much room. I mean, it's a nice feature. This mini on the Lore, I would put it right here. And I have not had this flung out of the bag when I swing the bag over my shoulders. So this is a nice pocket. The only difference is that on the Lore, you're not going to be able to fit a mini that's bigger than this. You can fit something smaller, but anything bigger, it's going to be snug, and it might not even actually fit in this pocket because it does stop right here. It's pretty shallow compared to this right here, which it's shallow too, but it's wide, so you can fit a bigger mini in there. So that's the first thing I want to point out immediately on that. The phone pocket on the Legend is legendary. I think it's, sorry for the pun, but seriously, like, this is one of my favorite things about this bag. I don't think any other company on the market right now makes a phone pocket like that. I just hope it fits all phones, but as of right now, it fits mine, so that's pretty cool. The putter pocket, the Lore fits 5 putters comfortably. Again, I normally have 5 putters up here for my daily bag. The Legend carries 7 putters at the top here, and they are pretty easy to get in and out. Like, we're not fighting to get these out, and one of them is a glitch. Like, I have a glitch in here. I have 4 base plastic putters, which are usually sticky plastic, and they come in and out just fine. Like, we're not fighting. You can fit more disc in here if you wanted to, but that's just to give you an idea how big that putter pocket is at the top. And then the Lore is by no means bad. It's got, it's got 4 putters up here. I am fighting with the flap a little bit, like I've done in the review, but there's a way around it, but that's not really the point of this video. Main compartment, we have 20 discs on here. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. And to get them in and out, it's like a piece of cake. Like, it's just so easy to get the disc in and out. I'm going to do it on the end, no problem. The end, no problem at all to get in and out. I mean, this Legend is just so easy to use. So easy to get it out on the end, easy to get out in the middle, easy to get the putter pockets out. So we got 20 plus 7. You can fit 5 putters in here, so 5 to 8 discs. So 5 putters or probably 8 drivers on this side right here. So that's 25 plus 5, minimum is 30. You can go up to 32. You can fit 5 more in here. So that's 35 to 37. You can also fit discs right in here. So for example, if I were to take this stick out and just stuff couple discs in here. You can see it fits right there. So you can fit 2, probably 3, and that's with the water bottle, by the way. This is a 32-ounce water bottle. I'll get to that in a minute. But yeah, it's cavernous. You can keep putting discs in here. So yeah, it can go up to 40, no problem. That's just how this bag is. Speaking of the water bottle, it fits perfectly. This pocket is so long that it goes all the way up to the cap of my 32-ounce water bottle. So, and you can fit it front or back of the pocket with the divider. It holds it in place. It's perfect. The bag is pretty much almost perfect, I would say. In this pocket, you can put discs in here. I've already told you that. Or extra towels, things like that. Yeah, so that's the Legend. The Lore's main compartment is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15. You can go up to 16 on this main. There's more room right here. But I have a bunch of mid-range and a bunch of fairway drivers here, and the rest are distance drivers. So definitely 16 main. You can probably squeeze to 20 if you don't carry any mid-range. So we're talking like 21 discs to 25 discs maximum on this bag. But again, on the side pocket here, you can stuff discs in here. So it can go up to 30 in a heartbeat with this Lore. However, if you do that, you're going to take away some of the space that is in the main compartment. And then if you want to stick a stool or umbrella, you do that here on the Legend with the D-ring, and you wrap a bungee cord around the D-ring to keep it in place. Similar setup with the Lore right here. And you can see I have a water bottle right there. Again, umbrella or stool. This is my biggest gripe about Squatch's stool and umbrella holder. But I don't use an umbrella, I don't use a stool. That's why I don't really care for my personal use. I don't care. But I make a big deal out of it on my review videos because I know that's what a lot of people in the course use, is the umbrella and the stool holder. And so I have to point that out in the review. But personally, I don't really care because I don't use those. I use a rain fly on all my bags. And this pocket, I have a 20 ounce here, but it can fit a 32 ounce, no problem. It goes back and forth a bit because it doesn't have a divider, but if you can fit 2 in here, and it's not a big deal. You can fit a 32 ounce and a 20 ounce. You can fit 2 32 ounce in this Lore. I mean, this Lore is versatile. Like these pocket, I love this pocket on the Lore. It's one of my favorites. So yeah, so that's and then getting discs in and out of the Lore, pretty easy. No problem if you have 16 in here. On the ends, it's a little bit of a trick if you get to 16 or 17 or 18, but that's because of the ends here, but not something that you have to, like, you know, hate the bag on, but that's just something there. And so yeah, so that's the difference. Let's go and put them on. Okay, I don't do this often in my videos, but this is the part of the video where I put the bag on so you guys can see what it looks like. Let's start with the Lore. There you go. That's the Lore. That's what it looks like on the back. Looks like at the back on from the side here. The front. This thing is so comfortable. I love wearing this thing. Side. And the back again. It's so light when you put it on. It's great. I love this bag. I love wearing it. Let's go ahead and put on the Legend. Now, the Legend is heavy only because it carries a lot more discs and more stuff. Not because the bag itself is heavy. Alright, so there's the Legend from the side, from the back, from the side, from the front. I am 5'1" female. I don't have very broad shoulders, pretty narrow shoulders from the average disc golfer. But this bag, once it's on, it's so comfortable and you barely feel the weight of all 30 discs that it carries. I had this on when I did the unboxing with 32 discs and all my stuff in it, and I stuffed it with as much crap as I could. And it's heavy when you hold it with one hand, but when you wear it, it feels phenomenal. It's so light once you wear it. So what they did with this bag is really cool in my opinion. So yeah, so that's how it looks, and yeah, I'm so comfortable. I actually kind of want to keep weight. Once you take it off and you hold it by the haul loop, the haul strap, you can feel the weight. However, when you want to carry less discs, you put the Lore back on and you cinch it down the way you want it, and it's breath of fresh air. All right, that is my comparison of the Lore versus the Legend. Again, these two bags are not meant to compete with one another. They are meant to compete with other bags in its class by other manufacturers. I just wanted to show you guys what the differences are in the Squatch lineup so that if you were trying to decide which bag to get. At the end of the day, I think you should get both bags. I mean, that's just my opinion because this bag has a different use and this bag has a completely different use. This is for tournament play. This is if you're going to do a lot more tournaments every weekend. And if you are going to also travel with those tournaments, this bag just holds a lot, and it's very light once you put it on. So once you're wearing it and walking on off the course, it doesn't feel as heavy and it doesn't feel like things are going to dig in. And the straps, you can cinch it down to fit you very well, and especially in the deploy position. So overall, for a tournament bag and you are carrying 25 plus discs, the Legend is the way to go in Squatch's lineup. The Lore is one of those bags where you love going to leagues and you are not doing weekend tournaments every single month or every single week. Then the Lore is perfect, and you only carry 20 to 24 discs. This is a perfect bag for it. It does have some sacrifices in terms of side storage, but like I said, that's what it's meant to do, is just to carry minimal amount of disc and minimal amount of personal items and needs. If you're the type of person who plays in the winter a lot and you need a lot of layers and you need a lot of things to change into, then I would recommend going to the Legend. But again, you can definitely get away with it if you're not playing like long hours of golf with the Lore. And I personally love the Lore. I personally have been using the Lore since I got it back in August, so 4 months now. Unless I'm using a bag for review like I'm going to do for the Legend here. But as soon as I'm done with whatever bag, I've been going back to the Lore and hooking it back up. So that is my comparison. Different type of golfers will like these bags for different reasons. However, if you are a Squatch fan, you're going to want to buy both of them if you can afford it. If you're a pound bag fan and you have $500, I would still recommend you looking at Squatch, because then you can get both of these bags for the price of 1 pound bag. So that's just a caveat out there. You know, as much as I love pound, I'm not a biased person. Like, if I see that 2 products are good for the money for $400, $500, I would recommend looking at them, at least giving them a try, versus going out and spending it on one pound bag. Even though I myself will do that, only because I have the luxury to do that. But if I didn't, then I would definitely look at getting Squatch bags if I didn't have the money to buy a pound bag. That's my personal opinion. That's how good these bags are, and that's how good, those are the good things I want to say about them. I've already done a detailed review on the Lore and some of the things I don't like about version 1. Hopefully version 2 will address those, so if you want to check that video out. The Legend 1.0, there were some things that I didn't like. They have been addressed in Legend the 3.0. So my review on this bag might be quick because I've used the Legend on the field and it hasn't changed that much. And some of the minor changes that they've done are changes that I really, really like. So it's going to be a quick review of this Legend 3.0, but it's not going to be anything crazy detailed because, again, it's one of those bags that is just speaks for itself, and you just got to go out and try it. Go to the store, go to your retailer, look at it, put it on. It's an amazing bag, and you're not going to go wrong for this price point at all, especially with the qualities that comes with it and the lifetime warranty. That is my comparison of these 2 bags. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you get some information out of it that will help you decide on which bag to buy. If you have the money for it, you have Christmas money, I would just buy both. But that's just the way I see it with these 2 bags. You can't go wrong with either bag. If you have any questions or comments, please leave it in the section below, and I will answer them as quick as I can. If you like this content, please subscribe. Otherwise, hope you have a good holiday, and I will try to make another video before the end of the year, before Christmas. I'm going to try to make the top 5 best bags of 2023 that I have personally used and reviewed myself. So look out for that video. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.